Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV for our second of 3 offerings today, and we are here in the craft house. They gave us the keys. It's very nice in here actually, and we're delighted to be back for another couple of hours. We know when we're in a craft house we are welcoming a crafty guest in, which I'm very much looking forward to. We had a preview show earlier on, and let me just tell you, it was so super busy. We have got some brand new to Crafters TV products here from Dreamees Crafts, so we'll be looking at all of those over the course of the next 2 hours. Just to say before we welcome Hayley back, I am with you tonight at 5. I hope you can join me. It's just little old me for 1 hour from 5 o'clock tonight. 60-minute deals. You know the drill on that by now. The deals will go up usually about 5 or 10 minutes before the show starts. You'll be able to grab them over the course of that 60 minutes, and then when the show ends, you'll have about, I don't know, it's about 10 minutes or so to get them checked out, and then the deals will disappear, almost like they never existed. So that is tonight at 5. We are also in our Club Inspire event, of course, too. Right across this week, if you are spending with us, you have the opportunity to win free shipping for a year. Yes! All you got to do is spend £25, dollars or euros, and each and every time you do, you get one entry into that draw, which will happen, I would suppose, early next week. Also today, if you head to our website, you might have had an email about it as well. We have got a big bundle of goodies for you. Big bundle of goodies, and you can win it. All you have to do is make sure you are a member of Club Inspire. I think you enter your name, your email address, and what level of Club Inspire you're at, and then you're in that draw. So if you're not a Club Inspire member, make sure you join up this week. It's free to do. You can enter that draw, and then of course take advantage of everything else that Club Inspire has to offer. I think that is all of the business taken care of. So let me welcome the lady who is with me over the course of the next couple of hours, and then we'll get into the show. It is the one and only Hayley from Dreamees. How are you, Hayley?
I am good, thank you. I'm full.
Yes,
we had lunch together.
We did. We had a lovely lunch together in the green room, didn't we? We had a bit of a catch up, bit of a natter.
Yeah.
We set the world to
reminisce.
Rights. We did. Reminisce about the old days. Yeah, because I'm trying to think now. I must have been working with you on and off for probably 8 or 9 years now, I think.
Yeah, I bet, because I've been on shopping telly since I was 21, and I'm 33 now, so 12 years.
How long have I been in shopping telly? Yeah, 12 years. I started in 2012.
Nice.
Yeah. All those years ago. And here we are now. Listen, we are very excited. I know we've done our little preview show and wake-up call earlier on, but just give everyone a bit of an overview as to what you've got coming up in the show. I feel like it's the best of Dreamees in this show, really, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. We've got a bit of all of our best bits. We've got some MDF, so you've got a 3D kit today, which we've not bought 3D back since we've been back this year. We've got some layering plaques. We've got some amazing new things. We've got some frames. We've also then got our card kits, our paper pads, some stamps, dies, literally a bit of everything that we bring you, plus the embellishments as well. So plenty to get your teeth into.
The great news about the show as well, aside from sort of 2 new items on the show, everything is tariff-free. Whoop, 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 whoop. Which means US viewers, fill your boots and grab the deals that they're going out of style. We'll obviously pop up on the screen when there is a tariff-free bundle, but the majority of them are. What I would also say is just make this show nice and interactive. If you have any questions you want to ask, feel free to do so. If you are new to Hayley and Dreamees, feel free to ask about the company, what it's all about. We want all those questions. And if you want to see anything in particular, again, feel free to ask. And I know if we can show you, we will. If we can answer a question, we will. That's what this is all about, the interactivity, please. Rachel is on the socials. Trudy joins us saying hello, everyone. Hello. Hello to Julie Palmer. Hello to Love to Create LC, who says good morning to Ben, Hayley, team, and everyone. Louise Burton joins us. Jen Shank joins us. Pat Demarest says, good day, Ben and Hayley, and everyone from a sunny New Jersey. I just watched the first show, and I'm very impressed with the new collections.
Ooh. Thank you.
Paul Prince says, hi there, Hayley, Ben, and crew, and everyone from South Carolina. And Joanna Island says hi to Hayley and Ben. Keep the hellos coming in. What I will tell you, and one of the reasons I think you will have been very impressed earlier on, I'm going to put it out there, as I've just said to you, I've known Hayley for many a year, and the Dreamees brand I absolutely love. You know that I do. Always talk about my favourite 3, don't I? Even when Hayley's not here. Always talk about my favourite 3. Mr. Keith, Hunky Dory, Dreamees. And this, one of my favourite MDF pieces I think you've ever done. It's great.
Yeah.
The good news is it's still in stock. The bad news is, though, it's limited stock. There's green on the screen, which means it soon won't be seen. Less than 10% of this stock available, so if you do want to jump in and grab it, you get everything you need to be able to make one sewing machine for just £9.99, £14.99. And just to say again, Hayley, with this, I mean, it's going to be difficult to multi-order because we don't have huge amounts of stock, but people can multi-order and they can make and sell, can't they? Yep,
absolutely. With all of our products, all the ones that are on the show, and I think all of our products in general, yeah, you can make and sell, whether it's for yourself, make a bit of money back, for charity, anything like that is absolutely fine.
That is going to sell out, literally a handful of those remaining, so if you love the idea of being able to make your own sewing machine, do that now, because that is going to disappear. If you want to see Hayley putting that together as well, if you go back to the previous show, you'll be able to see a full demo on that. Something also which has proved really popular is the triple paper pad collection. This is incredible. Actually, the papers that you saw on the sewing machine there came from this collection, and half of the stock has gone. Eagle-eyed viewers will notice, of course, that there is no Club Inspire price here. Basically, with third parties, it is all about everyone pays the same price. But look, you know, Hayley's knocked off, what, £12 off the usual price here, nearly $18. So you do get a discount by shopping today. And I think I'm right in saying, Hayley, these triple paper pads only available with us currently, aren't they?
They are, yes. You've got a completely exclusive bundle of the three anyway. But the Emerald Dream we launched early this week, and I believe it's sold out as well. So yes.
This is the Nostalgia. And what's so lovely about this again is you've got 8x8, you've got all these beautiful different designs, stunning patterns, stunning florals that work absolutely beautifully together, from the damask to that beautiful sort of like Hessian design. You've got lots of kind of stripes and spots and dots in here as well, with that real sort of beautiful vintage feel. 48 sheets here. These are all uncoated as well, aren't they?
They are, yes. 120 GSM, uncoated, double-sided. So yeah, you can pop your inks on there, you can put your alcohol pens, watercolour pens, anything that you want to throw at it, embossing powders, gilding waxes, gilding flakes, literally anything will stick to that.
The Emerald Dreams, I think, has been a very, very popular option as well. Again, loads of beautiful florals in here, lots of kind of designs as far as your spots and your stripes are concerned too. So I said it before, and I said it earlier on actually, you've got, if you're someone who struggles with like matching patterns with colours and mats and layers, like your pads allow people to do that really easily.
Yeah, perfectly. They're all pre-coordinated, so if you are just starting out, any of our paper pads, even if you buy maybe the card kits or these three together, you can literally just put your craft card, your white card, your mirror boards, anything like that with it, and they'll all work. But if you've got nothing else in your stash, you've got a good variety of plainer papers, generic papers. Generic is the wrong word, versatile.
Yes.
I said this the other day, I was like, generic just sounds so rubbish.
Sounds very standard,
doesn't it? Because they're not generic at all, but versatile. Spots, florals, yeah, they're all a nice collection and easy colours to work with as well.
That's your tranquil, I nearly said it again, tranquil turquoise, not tranquil tortoise. 48 sheets here, 48 sheets in the Emerald Dream. If you look at this and go, there's no way there's 48 sheets there. We're just showing you the different designs that you get. You get the full collection, of course, and then you've got the Nostalgia as well. So that is $26.99 or $38.99 for that whole set. So it is what, 144 sheets you're getting, tariff-free as well. Pick them up, lovely, lovely papers. And again, really nice, because we obviously tend to concentrate on 12x12 papers here, don't we, and 6x6. Not very often do we bring you 8x8 unless it's sort of vellum. So really nice size to be working with there too, but do go swiftly on that. Are the papers acid-free, says Julie Palmer?
They are, yes, acid and lignin-free. So if you're using them for scrapbooking, you've got no problem there either.
Excellent stuff. Joanna's just said, can we get some emerald pearls to match the new emerald paper pads, please?
Oh, yes, I'm sure I can do that for you.
This is the thing again. You ask the questions, I'll ask Hayley, you know, and if we can, we will. Now, very popular on those. Over half the stock gone. Hayley also brought this time some mini card making kits. And I mean, it says mini, but actually, I mean, you can make so many cards out of these kits. This is the Hydrangea Haven you're going to show us here, and 40%'s gone. Have a look at this.
Yes, so we've said easily 30 cards if you base it just on your images, but then you're going to have sentiments, papers left over. So you're probably looking more like 35 to 40 cards.
Yeah.
So these are a preview of all the papers. I've cut them down slightly, but yours will be 8 by 8. And you can see you've got, again, those 8 designs, 6 of each, double-sided, same quality you would always expect. And you can throw pretty much anything at those. And we've picked all the colours out of the floral ones to match some of your more generic, basic, versatile designs, your stripes, spots and things like that, and your watercolours to match. So you're getting 48 sheets of the 8 by 8, and then in terms of images, you're getting 40 sheets across these, so 30 actual images, and then 10 sheets of your sentiments as well. So depending on which ones you want to use, you've got a good range of sentiments in there, so like you're one of a kind, birthday wishes, sending lots of love. We tried to cover some of your everyday sort of cards like your birthdays, but then you've got a little bit more, so if you want to do home decor or anything like that, you've got You Matter to Me, Life is What You Make It, I think is the one on there as well.
Yeah.
So you've got a good range in the kit and all those gorgeous images as well. And again, you can make and sell with these, so just fill your boots. Whatever you want to do with them, you are welcome to.
£15.99 for those, $22.99 tariff-free. Just a really beautiful collection again as well. And as we discussed earlier on, nice to have a collection which kind of brings the Hydrangea to the fore, isn't it? Because it's not a flower that normally gets its own collection.
No, that's it. It's one I absolutely love, hydrangeas, all the different colours you can get. And also, with these being quite pastel as well, imagine if you put your quickie glue pen on and a little bit of iridescent glitter to just lift those images, which you don't have to. They're gorgeous as they are, but you can really tweak them, turn them into what you prefer. And if you did want to use a couple of images together, you could very easily fussy cut them out and decoupage them.
Absolutely, love that idea. You know, bringing things in like your glossy highlights as well, of course, to add to those. Go quickly though, because again, not huge stocks on the Hydrangea Haven mini card making kit. And then we've also got 40% of the stock gone on the deep purple mini card making kit. Once again, this is a £22, $31 collection. You're getting for $15.99, $22.99. We literally touched on this for about 2 minutes in Wake Up Call, and already 40% of the stock has gone here. And if you love all things Crafter's Companion, you'll love this.
Yeah, it's going to match it's going to match all your tools from Crafter's Companion, definitely. But again, this one, I think it works really nicely with your craft card and your gold mirror board, definitely. It's like that chocolate box sort of purple, isn't it? Deep, luxurious colour palette. Again, florals in here, some of your more usable, versatile patterns. You've got the wood grain, obviously all those like browns there as well. So if you did just spy in the nostalgia pad, it's a similar colour palette. So if you're bringing in the purples and pinks from that, it's going to work really nicely with this kit. Same again, 48 sheets, double-sided, 8 by 8, uncoated. And then you're also getting, again, 40 of your 4x4 sheets, so 30 images and 10 of your sentiments. And again, full of colour, so rich the purples in this, and you've got quite a few different tones of purple as well. So if you have got maybe some purples in your stash of cardstock, then it's going to work really nice with this. And all those sentiments again at the bottom, that you've just got a good variety. I'm here if you need me, happy birthday on your special day. Not just your typical cards that you send in all the time, maybe just little uplifting ones.
Yeah, really lovely collection as well. And again, a lot of people have already jumped in and grabbed that. £15.99, $22.99, tariff-free as well. Woo-hoo. Love to Create LC says, I love that Hydrangea pad. Grab it whilst we've got it, because I'm not talking about, you know, we've got 200-300 of things available. That is just not the case at all. So get in nice and quickly, grab the deals whilst we've got them available. One deal that we didn't show you earlier on is the cute little layering plaques, MDF collection here. And look, this is the kind of thing that you're going to be able to make with the layering plaques. Absolutely super cute. You know, bringing in some of the papers that you might have bought in this particular show, the dies that we've got as well, or of course even the embossing folders actually, but also, you know, bringing in papers that you've already got to create some really cute plaques with these. So it is £18.99 or $27.99 for the set. And shall I show you the boards? You've got the boards. Do you want to show them?
I've got them as well, yeah, I don't mind. I'm happy either way. Right, so in this collection then, this is actually 4 A4 sheets that you're getting. So we've got this one and the next one that I'm going to show you, we're kind of like a matching pair. So on each of the sheets, you're going to get a solid panel of 2 shapes and then a frame of those 2 shapes. And anything in the middle, you're going to get embellishments, things like that, anything, any space we've tried to fill. So the idea is that you're going to layer up your back panel with your frame like this. So this is what we're going to demo. So I've just then layered up, hopefully you can see the 2 panels there layered together. We've got the back panel and the front panel. So all of these are 2mm MDF, so they're really easy and lightweight. And all these embellishments as well, so you can pop those out and use them maybe on cards like this. So I've just used my basket there, filled it with flowers, that gorgeous emerald pad there. So you're getting a lot of embellishments as well. And I think I totted up this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on that sheet alone.
Yeah.
Plus then you're getting all your sentiments on this one. So these, if you want to just put a little wash of paint over them, you're still going to see the words. Or on the plaque that you just showed, I heat embossed it and it still leaves the indentation of the word. So you can still see it. Yeah. You can still make out the word friend there.
Love that. That's such a cool idea.
So if you haven't got paints, and obviously something like that you're not going to want to cover with paper because you'd lose the word, you can heat emboss it or something like that, gilding wax, whatever. So I can't remember how many we said on that. I did write it on the info card, so it should say on the website how many pieces you're getting. But then you've also got these little planter pots as well. So again, this is with the nostalgia pad.
Really cute.
Added a little bit of ink there, some of those tiny flowers, and just built that up as well. So then you can then make, in the second half of the bundle, we've got the positivity sentiment plaques. So you're getting give thanks, dream big. Oh, should have got that sorted. That could have been seamless then, but it wasn't.
Never mind. We'll let you off.
Smile often and think positive. So the idea for this, for me, was to do them all in one hanging plaque together. So that's just 3 of them. We've got a demo of this a little bit later as well, so we string all 4 together. But obviously you can do these all separate if you want, and if you did want to, if you're really conservative with this whole bundle, you could easily get 8 projects out of it. But I'm thinking more like 10, to be honest, at least. And if you want to use your sentiments separate to your frames, then you could just back your frame with a piece of cardstock, and you could so easily then make 2, 4, 6, 8 out of one kit. Yeah. And then 16 if you class the same for the other.
So again, value for money wise, incredible. And when you think about, you can make to sell these as well. If you want, £18.99 or $27.99 is the price on those. As I say, so many goodies on the show. The stamps, just want to quickly show you, because I know Hayley's going to be using these in the next demo, or one of the demos coming up. Little background snippet stamp set. These are $8.99 or $12.99. Little, well, background stamps, but little different textures, these, aren't they? Yeah,
so if you did get the embossing folders earlier, you've got a music script and a normal written script in this that will match really well. The damask matches the nostalgia pad that you've pointed out a little bit earlier, and then the brickwork, all 4 for me are just essential backgrounds. You know, if you've got a bit of white space and you just want to add a little bit of texture, you want to distract from the fact that it's so white, and you want to put a little bit of brown on there, a little bit of green, whatever colour palette you're doing, you can just do a hint of this. You don't even necessarily have to put it on an acrylic block. Use it on your hands, just do a little bit of movement, a bit of texture, and it'll fill in any space that you want.
Funny you should say that, actually, because I think it was yesterday or the day before, Craig was doing something similar as you've literally just described, and he took a stamp similar to one of these, and he didn't put it on a block or anything. He was just literally grabbing it in his hand, dabbed it on the ink, and just moved it around to create like a sort of almost like an organic background. Yeah,
so then if you think about maybe all your sprays you've got, all your different Crafters Companion water pens, make yourself a colourful background, and then add those bits on, a bit of embossing powder, a bit of just your inks and things like that, and you can really create something unique, and it's never going to be the same every time.
Loads of love coming through. Thank you to Love to Create LC, who says Hayley is making it very hard not to shop. Don't resist. Resistance is futile. Just grab the deals now, because, like I say, it's nice, particularly for our US viewers, that everything, apart from I think like 2 or 3 items on the show, is tariff-free, so you don't have to worry about that. But also for the fact that these shows are always busy. As you've heard, we've had things that are limited. We're looking at items that 40% gone, 50% gone. So if you see something and you like it, you may as well treat yourself. Good afternoon, Shazza Maynard. She says, good afternoon to Ben, Hayley and team. I'm loving the Dreamees products. And Wendy Myers says, I use a nail file to smooth out any rough edges. Yeah, nail file you could use,
perfect.
as you said earlier on, sanding blocks, all those kind of things. Absolutely perfect. We're going to get into our first demo, so let's get ready for that. Anything that you want to ask, as I say, as we head through the show, feel free to fire those questions in. Anything particular that you want to see. I'm hoping over the course of the show we'll get pretty much round to everything actually that's on the shop today. But get those items into your basket quick if you want that sewing machine, because I think that is hanging on by a thread. We've got 10, literally 10. Didn't even mean that, Johnny. They're hanging on by a thread. We've got 10 left, so quick as you can there. And whilst you are shopping for that, we're going to have a look at these layering plaques. Which one are you going to use, Hayley?
I'm going to use, I've done the sample in the rectangle, but I'm actually going to make it in the oval for you. So if you just wanted to make the same project, just in different shapes, you could so easily do that. If you love the design, you just go, right, I'm going to make it in an oval, a label, whatever. So we're going to actually do it in the oval and bring in a few different bits and bobs that are on the show itself. So I'm going to do, in fact, I'll do my stamping bit first. So I've got one of the hearts, and if you saw the show earlier, I literally just put glue on there, rub it to the edges, and then just trim around it. So I think I've got a few demos later, so if you did miss that part, we will do a recover on that. So I've just covered that in craft card. Now, you would kind of maybe think, what's the point? Because it looks exactly the same.
That is a very good point well made.
So you could stamp directly onto the MDF. I just kind of feel like I'm cheating a little bit if I do nothing to the MDF. Well, even if it looks nice. So then we're just going to add a little bit of texture to this with our script stamp. So I've just got my brown ink pad here, and I just want to make sure it's not too dark. So I'm just going to stamp it off once, and then we're just going to add some little bits of script texture to this.
Oh yeah.
So just adding in little bits of that. If you want to overlap it, you can do. If you want some little darker bits. I just like to add plenty on there so it's not dead plain like that. You could, let me show you, in fact, if you wanted to just stamp straight onto your MDF, you could do that as well. It's still going to show up, it's still going to stick, so you don't necessarily have to cover it if you don't want to. So then we've got our main heart there, and then I've die cut out one of those trellis hearts as well. I think they're on the show, if not, they're on the website.
Yes, they are.
Are they? Cool.
Those are from last time, weren't they?
So with your plaques as well, you have got hanging holes in all of them.
Yeah.
And I've covered the back of that because I accidentally put the wrong paper on, and I covered the frame the exact same and you wouldn't see it. So now we've got a nice patterned back as we have the front. So if you wanted to, if you're hanging this, you could decorate both sides. And make it into like a decoration, a bauble, something like that. So I'm just going to attach my frame to the base there. And
pretty much, I know you're using it now, tacky glue is your best friend, isn't it, with MDF kits?
Yeah, it's perfect for it. You can get wood glue, like we said earlier, but honestly, anything in your crafty stash is probably going to be fine. Even your the movable glue, the
all-purpose.
Yes, that's fine as well. You just have to hold it a little bit longer, but it will all work the same. It's fine. So overlaying that together then, and then just before we carry on, I'm just going to pop some raffia through just to fill our hanging hole there.
Oh yeah.
So just pressing that through, and then we're just going to loop that through itself. And then pull that tight. And there we go, we've got something to hang that from.
Lovely.
You can obviously twist it together, whatever you want to do. Use ribbon if you prefer. Whatever your sort of style is fine. And then we're going to pop our heart in here. Now we're going to pop flowers around here, so I'm just going to roughly cut that so it's going to fit into our oval shape. So that'll be fine there, and then we can offset our heart to this side as well.
I think these would be really nice just as we're watching you. We relaunched our Vintage Rose collection yesterday, which has got loads of flower forming foam in.
Oh,
these would be great for putting your foam flowers on, wouldn't they?
They would. It'd be perfect for that.
Gorgeous.
So just pop in my trellis heart in there. Now I've got a little bit of glue on that. So I'm just going to rub it off. If you do get glue on your mirror board, you can always use a little baby wipe just before it dries to get rid of that smear of glue.
Yeah.
And also perfect for this is your dotty tape pen.
Ah, yes.
Because it's so fine, it's really good for that as well. Mine's run out and I've still forgot to replace it.
What do you like?
I'm sure I could have grabbed one off the side, to be fair.
Hey, I know where the drawer is out there. If you see me afterwards, Hayley, I'll sort you out. I'll sort you out of a new one. Just make sure Jake isn't watching, because you might get me otherwise. Yeah.
Right, so I've just got a 2mm thick foam pad, which is pretty much the average size of your foam pads. And because the frame is 2mm thick, I've just popped one on this side so that then as we attach it on here, it's all going to stand flush with the 2mm depth, and we're just going to add a bit of glue underneath the other side there. And that's going to pop on there, and then it's not going to tip or anything because we've got the 2mm depth of the pad just holding that flush. So we've got the 2 hearts then on there perfectly. And then I'm going to use, I think I'm going to go for Friend. Now I have actually used gilding wax on my original one. So I'm just going to use that, but I just wanted to show you as well, if you did want to use embossing powder, just how easily that works.
Yeah.
And also then how you will still see all of that kind of embossed line.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just grab piece of paper. So we're just going to use then a normal Versamark ink pad, so your sticky ink. I'm just going to press that into my ink pad there just to get a nice even coverage. And then I've just got some gold embossing powder. I'm just going to sprinkle that over.
Oh yeah. Could we use things like our like gilding flakes with this as well? Would that work?
Yeah, of course you could. Yeah.
All of our shimmer sprays and those kind of things we can bring in as well.
Anything, especially sparkly stuff. We always need sparkle.
We love sparkly stuff.
Right, so you'll be able to see, you can't see much at all of that text anymore. So I'm just going to grab that with my tweezers and just get my heat gun. And we're just going to heat that up.
Look at your snazzy heat gun. Pink. Very snazzy.
And actually not ditched for once. It's usually covered in everything going.
Oh, is it?
So then hopefully you can see as that's changing, you can still see.
Oh yeah, it's beginning to go now, isn't it?
I'll twist it. Is it, which is better? There we go.
There we go.
And you can still see the word in there. So whatever colour embossing powder you want to put on it, glittery like this, it's perfect for it, and you can still see that word coming through. But then we're actually using the one that's got gilding wax on it. So again, it's kind of like a bit brown still on the underside, but you've just got a little bit of gold shimmer to it. But whatever you want to do, and you'll still see all that text. So if you paint it as well, you'll still get the text coming through, but it's completely up to you which way you want to go about it. So then just to add a little bit of extra layer so that, because if I pop that on there, I feel like it'd get a little bit lost.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to layer it onto a bit of green, trim myself a border, and then we can layer that on. So again, one of the pad papers from the Emerald Dream. So I'm just going to trim myself a thin border, make sure that's stuck and level. Just trimming round. You can obviously use a paper trimmer and get it to the right size before you stick your layer on like this if you want. So that's a little bit wonky, but be all right. And then we can pop that onto there.
That's brilliant.
So then we've framed it a little bit and it's not just going to get lost. So a dab of glue on the reverse there, and we can pop that onto there. So then we're going to make some flowers. So for our base for our flowers then, I'm just going to use some of the brown sisal that we've got. So just wrapping that up. I don't think there's much sisal left actually, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll have a little bit of a look. We had quite a lot of people buy that last time out, didn't we?
Yeah. So just add in some hot glue just around the edge there to pop that onto this side. And then we're going to build up all these flowers. So we're going to use a mix of the flowers that we've got on the show.
Right, there's 3 sisals left.
Wow.
Of the whole collection left. As I said, I think you changed a lot of people's minds last time you were in, because you're using it again today. Pretty much every demo you use a bit of sisal sisal, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. I think when you see it for the first time, you're just like, I don't know what I'm going to use that for.
No.
And then when it's actually used, you go, oh yeah, maybe I would like that. Especially all the different colours we have as well.
Yeah.
So my largest flower is from my Fancy Florals again. So I've just cut 3 of those out just using my spotty pad. And we're going to just do the frilling technique again, like we did a little bit earlier. And just I've got all 3 layers together, and I'm just folding those kind of at the little indentations of the petal itself to create that frilly effect. And then the next one down, we're going to go for our lacy flowers.
Okay.
So this is, again, cut out of those gorgeous pattern papers. And especially when you've got one of the floral papers, you get a lot of different colours coming through in all the different flowers. So as you layer it up, they're really multiple toned. So then I'm just taking my flower mat, and I'm literally just going to use a ball tool on the reverse of these.
And again, you know, you bring your own papers into play as well. Like Sandy's just saying, the plaques would make wonderful wedding favours, also for Christmas party gifts or favours as well. Like, you can just tie them into whatever time of the year you want, really, can't you? Yeah,
of course you can. And just because we've bought papers here today doesn't mean you can't use all your Crafters Companion papers, all of your cardstock from Keith. Like, they will just work with whatever you've got in your stash.
And I think it's one of those things you might want to multi-order on, because as much as, you know, we've talked about, what do we say, potentially 10 projects you can make, probably more. You know, if you are looking to make to sell, again, how nice to have like a little craft stall that's got, you know, cards on there, but then like MDF pieces as well. Just adds more, doesn't it, I think, really? It
does, yeah. And obviously, making and selling, you can, I'm sure, very easily make your money back, especially if you look at like the home decor shops, if you're buying similar. And then this is handmade, and you could personalise it whilst you're at the craft fair.
Yeah.
So just take some of your stamps and things like that, and maybe put mum on it, dad, whatever you want to do. So we've just layered the 3 of those lacy ones up, and we're going to do the same with these.
Louise has just bought the layered MDF kit. Well done, Louise. And also the deep purple card making kit. We're going to have a look at that in our next demo, actually. Show you those card making kits. Value for money today is incredible. I mean, not that it isn't always incredible, but there's some really stellar deals on this.
Yeah.
Right across the show. And as we said, tariff free, apart from the new dies and the embossing folders. Everything else is tariff free. Go Dreamees. Whoop, whoop.
Right, so then I've just added a little bit of detail to these just by using my ball tool again, and then we're going to create an arrangement just on this side of the plaque. So I'm just going for my large one, and then my lacy ones next.
Also, I think these kits as well, if you're someone who has, I don't know, throws little parties, or maybe you've got like, you know, friends and you invite them over. Having kits like this allows everybody to have a bit of a play, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Like, when we lived back in Bucks, my wife was part of the local WI.
Yeah.
And now and again, they'd each take it in turns to like put on a night for the rest of the ladies within the WI. And I think having something like that, if you're in a club like that, to have a kit like this, which allows you to create lots of different things, would be perfect, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah.
Or maybe, you know, I suppose I say you work with kids as well. I mean, there's nothing to stop like kids crafting with these, I suppose, is there?
No, not at all. Just obviously, if you give them the sheet, there's just a few small parts, so just be careful.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah. And they're really easy to do as well, and they can't really get it wrong. You know, you can start again, scrap it, begin again if you want to. Plus, you've got the multiple sides, so if you do want to get plenty of crafting in, you can decorate one side, flip it over, and decorate the other.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to then add, just to finish it off, just some of the compact pearls. So I'm going for the metallic ones.
20% of the layering plaques has gone. Well done, Hilary. Says, hi everyone from Hilary and Holly Collie. Hello, woof. I bought the 2 card making kits. Nice one. And how many sheets of paper are in the pad, says Pat? You get 48 papers, don't you?
You do, yeah. 48 of the 8x8 pads, yeah. So pop in these pearls then just on there. I have used a Dries clear glue, so any of those little squelches will be gone. And we're just going for the little 4mm just in all of the centres of these, just for that little bit of sparkle.
Cindy Conley says, I've just finished girls' camp here and these plaques would have been a great project for them. Maybe I should stock up for next year. Wow.
Ah, yes.
Maybe you should, absolutely. Look at that though, incredible. All done in what, space of about 15 minutes?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, absolutely. And just using that gorgeous green palette. I've not had to really do much to it, just literally bring in a bit of craft card, a bit of mirror board, and make those little flowers.
And you get so many different options within this kit as well, you know, and depending on how frugal you are, I suppose, with the boards, depends on actually how many you'll end up making. But yeah, bring in your mixed media goodies. If you want to, bring in your pens and colour with these, you can. If you want to bring in things like we've talked about, your gilding waxes, your sprays, you can. Look, and that's just a testament to how easily the bits and pieces will just pop out of your MDF for you, out of these different frames. You've got all the different pieces in there, little embellishments as far as your butterflies are concerned. This one here with the different shaped plaques. And again, you've got the different embellishments with the words. So you've got friend, love, inspire, and then the other set, which I showed you just first up there with those bigger words on as well, with dream, big, and give thanks. $18.99, $27.99, tariff-free, but 10%, 20% of the stock of the layering plaques have gone. Just to say as well, if you do want to go for the sewing machine, you've got to be one of the next 4 people, because that is about to sell out. My favourite item on the show, we had a bigger stock of that, and not surprising to learn that that got absolutely demolished stock-wise in the earlier show. Last 4 chances on that. If you want to get it, that needs to be in your basket and getting checked out right now. Love to Create RC says, the resistance has caved. I've checked out the 2 beautiful card making kits, the sewing machine, and some downloadable paper pads and more. Well done. Shop the day for everything. Everything is there for you, including, as Hayley's already touched on, some of the goodies that we brought you last time. Few of the Sisal bundles available for you left. Few of the Moss bundles available for you as well from last time. And some other of the dyes as well, which you might have missed out on. But do go quickly, because everything that we had previously, very, very low as far as the stock is concerned. Just a couple of things to show you that are new but aren't tariff-free are the brand new floral dyes. These are absolutely gorgeous, decorative florals, 3-piece collection. So $29.99 is your price here. You're saving about £6, $44.99, but obviously tariffs apply. And it's a lovely set, Hayley, because, oh, by the way, a quarter of the stock has gone. Lovely for the fact that you've got outlines on one set, and then you've got these really beautiful, delicate florals here with the little holes in, haven't you?
Yeah, so this one, obviously, we've called that one Lacy Flowers because there's so much detail on there. But they do work really well together. For instance, like they are similar sizes. So if you use the largest lacy one with the next one down of the outline, they're going to create a nice range of different florals there of the different sizes coming together. Yeah. Obviously use them each individually if you want to, with all the same flower together, or like that one there, you can see we've used a mix. And then you also get the leaves and bows in that collection as well. So to have all of your little embellishments, the bow itself, if you double cut that and then layer it up so you get kind of like a 3D effect, that looks really nice. And I love the little open leaf that is at the top there. So if you break that up and make that into like one large leaf and 2 separate little ones, you can very easily then just poke those into your arrangements and they look really pretty.
One of my favourite projects over here is this one. I absolutely love that. Black and gold. Again, it's really like... It looks very expensive, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And really simple, again, that one. It's literally just a card shape, an embossing folder, and then those gorgeous flowers and a sentiment.
And this one as well, really super cute. Just again, just layering up like multiple flowers onto some of that foliage, isn't it? Yeah,
yeah. So the same flowers then just broken up into little leaves instead.
And again, if you want like the little heart that's tucked in there too, that is on the show for you, bottom of the shop today if you want to grab all of those. But brand new, as I say, today for Crafters TV at $29.99, $44.99. Tariffs do apply there, but a quarter of the stock has gone. And also proving very popular, a quarter of the stock of the new embossing folders gone as well. These are 3D embossing folders, 6x6 in size. I'll show you, so you can see the size of those. It's going to be easy to show you on finished cards and samples exactly what the detail is. So this card here is the one with that beautiful kind of script on it. If I just give that a little tilt, you can see. I love that, Hayley, because it's such a gorgeous design, gorgeous font, and I feel like it would work with like multiple collections, wouldn't it? Oh gosh, yeah, it's going to work across the board. I mean, imagine both of them, that and the music script on craft card. Maybe pick it up with either a gold ink pad or a little bit of gilding wax, maybe even just a brown ink pad, and just having those 2 tones, especially with Christmas coming up, I think these are perfect for it. And they're just versatile prints, aren't they? They're going to work with your feminine cards, your more masculine cards, your pinks, your purples, but also your deep black, gold, deep purples, things like that as well. They're just so usable. Yeah, and like you said, whatever the season, whatever the kind of occasion, just a really, really usable. And this card here again, I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Mounted onto craft card, few mats and layers. Love that sort of heart die cut. But again, lots of white space. I'm a big fan of that currently.
Yeah, in the past, I've definitely shied away from it and just thought, oh no, if it's a bit too white, I don't know whether I like it or not. But things like that, when you just keep it really simple and you get the design right, it looks stunning.
The 2 embossing folders you get, so they're 3D, 6x6 in size, as we said. That and the dies I've just shown you previously, 2 of the only items on the show that you will have to pay a tariff on. But £18.99 is the price on that. £27.99 if you are in the US. Obviously, those tariffs apply. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. Let me know what you're shopping for. If there's anything particular that you want to see, feel free to give us a holler. But we will be moving on to have a look at another one of the paper kits. In fact, one of the mini craft kits in just a few moments' time. And a lot of people have been saying they've shopped for that deep purple. So that's what we're going to look at next after a quick break for you. So let's get you to the checkouts, come back and we'll look at that deep purple kit in about 4 minutes' time.
Hi, I'm Alex Girling. I don't normally wear glasses, but to read, I need to wear my glasses. I've known of Crafters Companion for probably the whole time that they've existed, which happens to be the amount of time that I've been doing papercraft. I across stitcher originally, knitting, things like that, and then I sort of discovered papercraft, and that's really taken over everything that I do. And I have to say, having just gone through all of my craft stash, the majority of what I have is Crafters Companion. Nothing compares, just brilliant. Thank you so much for everything that you do. I'm sorry, I'm not in my craft room. It's quite dark in there and the lighting isn't fantastic, and I'm waiting for my lunch. So thank you. Got the brilliant work. You're all amazing. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hello there, Crafters TV. Janie Quigley here. We're in the match. What to love about Crafters TV? Come on, the laughter. It's so good. The products. And you look at something and thinking, do I need that in my stash? And then you see the demonstrators and the cards that are being made and you think, yes, I want that. It's just done so cleverly and easy explained and fun. It's made fun. Crafting should be fun. I craft for pleasure. I craft because it helps me through my problems. It helps me de-stress. And watching Crafters TV, being able to talk to people, wow, from all over the world. I mean, that's not something I'd be able to do if it wasn't for Crafters TV. And to meet people, get to knowing people, and the laughter. Come on, the laughter. I mean, some days I'm crying with laughter. It's so funny. Ben, you're a hoot. Demonstrators are all so really clever and easy to explain what they're doing. I just love CCTV. I just love watching. Fills my day. I can get a little lonely. It just fills my day. It just makes everything right. Stops me from going loopy, which I am a little loopy. So, thanks for everything that you do. Love you. Bye.
Oh, welcome back. We are still after more craft testimonials if you fancy sending some in. There are various links on various pages where you can send them, or you can send them straight to the studio if you like. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Thank you to Love to Create LC who has purchased. Tree says, may I see the layering label die set being used? That's that one, isn't it?
It is, yes.
I'll quickly show you that one. That is on the website. It is. Oh, that's one. That's a previous set we had. Yeah, that is a previous set. That was last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was last time. I've got it in one of my demos that we might get to, so hopefully we get there. I've just used it as a little frame, so I've nested a couple together. I think we've got a few samples of it as well, but it's this one here that I'll be demoing if we get there.
Okay.
Oh, one of my little leaves has fell off. Sorry.
There you are. That's the one. £12.99, £17.99 for you, Trudy. We are going to have a look at the deep purple card kit. So you get 48 of your 8x8 papers in here, and you also are going to get 40 sheets of your uncoated cardstock as well. So it's a really, really big collection, if you like. Here are your papers. So you've got your kind of front side and then your reverse side. How much? Jeepers, 60% of Jeepers creepers, man. 60% of the stock's gone already, like man. So yeah. So you're going to have to be fairly quick here. So you've got the 8 different designs, but this is in essence it's like the front and back of the papers, isn't it? That you've got?
It is, yeah. So you can obviously see you've got a versatile, usable print, obviously like your spots, your watercolour, lacy or whatever on one side, and then you've got more florals or the wood grain on the back of some of them as well.
So 48 sheets there, and then if I flip that round, that then shows you the cardstock that you're going to be receiving as well. So you're getting 40 sheets there of your cardstock, size-wise 4x4, and you've got multiple different designs, of course, of those beautiful florals. And then on the reverse of some of those as well, you've got the sentiments, haven't you? So it's entirely up to you how you want to use them, really.
Yeah, exactly. And they're also a little bit weightier than your papers. So they're 170 GSM. So they are a little bit weightier for your toppers. Great for your home decor as well. And don't just think of them in the squares. If you want to fussy cut them out, you can do that as well.
And the thing is, when you think about it, I mean, I know it says like a mini card making kit, but if you think about the fact that you're getting 40 of those 4x4 squares, you're getting 48 sheets of your papers, I mean, you are going to be making a lot of cards from that kit for just £15.99, £22.99. That is also tariff free. So don't forget, we'll get the little doodah up on the screen here just to remind you that is a tariff free item. And I'm right in saying, aren't I, that the little cardstock, these words, Ben, these will work with some of your MDF pieces as well, won't they?
Yes, we've not seen them yet, the MDF frames, but yeah, they work perfectly with it.
Okay, that's coming up.
Sneak peek.
In just a bit, sneak peek. Are you going to make a card with these though?
I am, yes. And it's a super simple card. So if you think of how little paper I'm using here, I'm literally using a topper. I have used a separate panel to layer that up. So obviously you're halving the amount you'd be using your images, but it's not necessary. If you want to leave this flat, maybe highlight it with, like you say, your glitter pens and things like that. You can so easily do that without using a second image. But we're literally just going to make a gatefold. So I've got a 6x6 card here, and I've chopped the front panel to 3 inches there. So it's just halfway there, and we're going to layer up some of our papers. So I've just got some gold mirror board, which I think it works so perfectly with this kit. So we're just going to attach that into the back there, and I've gutted the middle so that we're getting even more out of our cardstock. So that's just going to layer on the inside of the card there. And then we've got some of that gorgeous floral paper to pop in the back there as well.
Do you get to do a lot of crafting for yourself at home, or are you always too busy?
Most of my crafting is prep, but I do still enjoy it. So, you know, because it's all products that either me or Jimmy have made, like it's kind of like I get the little kick out of like, oh, I get to make things and then I get to use the things I make. So it is nice. It's kind of crafting for myself, but a lot of people in my life, they don't actually get birthday cards or anything like that. It's like, sorry, I did it as a sample.
I just think like the expectation for like, particularly for you who like makes and crafts, that the expectation must even be higher from like friends and family. Like, well, hang on a minute, why haven't you made me a card? That's literally what you do.
I try for family to make sure I get them a nice card made, but sometimes it'll be like, oh no, like this weekend it's Father's Day.
Oh gosh.
Fortunately, Jimmy's dad's not in the country, so I've got an extra week.
Ah, nice one.
But yeah, things like that, I do try and make sure I get them done. Sometimes it's like, whoops, I forgot. I'll bring it you next time.
I'm at that point where our viewers will know, I do try and make Laura a card for like special occasions.
Oh,
I do try, my mum and stuff, but there's no way I'm going to get my dad a card made by Sunday, so I'll stop by the garage on the way home.
Right, so I've just got another panel then. So this is the spot that's on the reverse of these florals. And I'm just using the distress tool from the website just to rough that up, because I just want to add a little bit of extra kind of texture almost, and I just want to draw the eye in a little bit. Because we've not used a gold layer, I just want to make sure that it's a little bit more raised and it looks a bit more defined. So we're going to pop that on the inside then of the card. And then I'm going to add a square of white cardstock so that you've got somewhere to write if you do send this. So then we're just going to pop the white in there. So you could easily stamp a sentiment on it if you want to, or whatever you fancy. So that's just popping in the middle there. So this card is super quick. You know, if you're batch making, you could so easily do this quickly. And then for the front then, we've got another gold layer, we've got that same floral pattern, and then just to tie it in, I've got my spotty paper again. So I'm just going to rough up the edges of these.
Craig's favourite tool, that one.
Oh, it's one of my favourites as well.
He calls it an edge crimpler.
Does he?
Yeah. It's an edge crimper, isn't it? But he calls it a crimpler. The edge crimpler.
Yes, that is perfect accent.
Sarah now calls it that as well, because everyone, well, I think everyone calls it that, don't they, off the back of Craig. Sarah literally thinks it's called edge crimpler. Just like when Debbie Robinson changed the name of our 3D Kalal glue to Chunky glue, she used to call it. Oh yeah, I'm going to take me Chunky glue. And that's what everyone used to think it was called.
You do their accents perfectly.
Back in the day, you could type in chunky glue and the 3D gel would come up.
Really?
On the website, yeah.
Well, I suppose it makes it easy to find, doesn't it? If that's what one of you experts calls it.
Yeah, exactly. So funny.
Right, so we're just layering that panel up then, and then that is going to pop on the front of the card there.
Brilliant.
So really, really quick and simple, this card. So this is kind of like the epitome of using a card making kit. You're literally just making quick cards, all pre-coordinated, very low effort, but looking really nice.
Yeah.
So then we're going to add a square of gold mirror board and then our topper on there as well. So I love this one because, again, you've got nothing to do to any of the images, but especially this one, because then we're just going to pop a sentiment on that side and it's done. It's balanced out the wreath. It looks really nice. So,
I just think as well, particularly for new crafters, Hayley, like your card kits and the papers in general are just fantastic for making quick cards because, like you're showing us here, everything just matches whichever way you turn the cardstock, whichever one of these little, sort of toppers that you use. It's just going to look great because everything matches.
Yeah, that's it. The hard work has been done for you, and the best thing about that is you literally get the good bit to do, the crafting. So I'm just centralising that then over this spotty part here, so that then that looks like it's perfectly in the middle of the card. We've still got that little bit of spot showing there, but if you're doing this sort of card, just make sure you only put glue on the half that you're sticking to so your card doesn't stick shut. And then I've fussy cut out those two little flowers there that are in the bottom corner of the wreath. So I'm just going to give them a good little shape there, and we're going to pop some foam pads on the reverse there. Now I think I'm going to double pad it just so we've got nice depth to it. So that is literally just going to overlay. You can see I've cut away some of the leaves, so I've not literally just cut everything out. I've left one of the leaves in the background there, one in the foreground, and obviously do whatever you fancy, whatever you think looks right for you. And then we've just got one of the sentiments, so on your birthday, and this does actually match some of our stamps, so if you have got our other products in the different ranges we've done, they will all pre-coordinate for you. You've not got to worry at all. And then we're just going to add our sentiment. I'm just going to pop it over the edge there. Make sure that's straight. I'm not usually good at straight. I'm a bit too short sometimes to be able to see if it's straight. And then I'm just going to bring in some of the white pearls then from the compact pearls.
Should have offered you Leanne's stage that she has when she's on.
I have to have the step at the other place.
Oh, do you? You have a step there?
Especially if I'm with Dave, because Dave's up here and I'm down
like 9
here.
foot tall, isn't he?
He is.
Dave Bradford. If you want the stage in future, you just have to let us know.
I'll put my request in early.
Yeah, put it on your rider.
I'm a rider.
Yeah, that ever-growing rider, that you have.
And they start saying I'm too demanding, don't come back.
Oh, you should see it, everyone at home. Like Hayley's rider, she wants full access to the green room.
Only red Skittles.
Yeah, only red Skittles, yeah. Free dinner, free tape pen when she leaves. Stage now as well. God, these crafters, eh?
I'm such high maintenance.
Yeah, what are they like? God, you thought our three were divas. Wow.
That's why I'm only allowed once a month.
Yeah, exactly. So make the most of it.
Right, so just make sure that's stuck down in the top corner there. And then there we go, we've just added those 6 little pearls on. Super quick and simple, that one, and still really effective.
It's such a lovely, lovely project. Beautiful and quick card to make, says Love to Create LC. Trudy Bickham just saying, what a beautiful card. The recipient will think you spent hours making it. Yeah, and literally, what was that? It was about 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I didn't do much prep for that. You know, it's literally just a few layers.
Looks harder than it actually is, and that's the point. And that's why I say again, you know, particularly if you are new, you want to get your hands on some of these card making kits. Like the ones that you'll have seen here before on the channel, but actually, like the designs are absolutely beautiful. The colours of the paper is going to match really wonderfully. All the patterns just going to look absolutely wonderful as well. These are your 40 sheets of toppers, I suppose, in essence, that you're going to be getting. And you get on the reverse side of those your sentiments too. So it's entirely up to you how you decide to use them. If you just want to use all of the images there, I suppose, you can disregard these on the reverse and then you know, use your stamp sentiments to pop those on, however you want to do it. And then you get your 48 sheets of paper as well included within that, all of these different designs. So you've got the A side and the B side of each of those different papers. And again, lots of beautiful florals in there. You've got kind of like block colours, you've got patterns, beautiful damask detailing in there, some like wood textures as well. So a real kind of varied paper collection for everything within that deep purple kit. £15.99 is your price on that. $22.99 if you're in the US. 70% of the stock gone. We are tariff free across the deep purple as we are across the Hydrangea Haven, which we'll look at in just a bit. Now I'll show you, this isn't much to look at at all, but the freestanding frames is what we're going to look at next. An MDF multi-buy, $18.99 is your price on these. And you might be looking at that and going, well, hang on a minute, 30% of the stock is gone. But you might be looking at this and going, well, hang on a minute, this is just a load of MDF. What on earth am I going to be creating here? For $18.99 or $27.99, what we're going to be creating. Have you got any? Have I got one over here?
No, I've put them all on my side, haven't I?
That's all right. So from here to here. Boom.
Yeah,
Incredible.
so you've got your 6x4 inches, so that is a generic picture frame sort of size.
Yeah.
Obviously your frame is bigger than that because your aperture is 6x4. And then this is what we're going to make next in the smaller size. But this one I've stuck in, and the idea with these is that you don't necessarily have to stick your image in the middle there. So if I show you this one, so this is one of the card making kits there with the purple. Now, maybe you're bored of that image that's in the back there.
Yeah. Whoa, here we go.
and then just switch it round.
Nice.
So you can do that with all of these frames. That is the point of the little L pieces.
Right.
Is that you've then got a 2mm depth to it on the inside, so you can slot in and slot out your pictures. So for instance, maybe you've got your school child's picture from school.
Yeah.
And you go, oh great, this is their year 7 picture or whatever, and then next year you get another one, year 8, and they're a little bit older, you go, oh I want to use that frame again. Slot out your picture, change it round, and then you can put in a different picture if you want.
That's really cool.
These ones I have stuck the content in, so this one doesn't come out, so you can stick it if you want to just leave it as it is, but the idea is that you don't have to, and they're interchangeable for the rest of your life.
I think that's brilliant. And you get one, what were the sizes? One 6x4?
Yeah, so 6x4 and 4x4.
4x4.
And you get in 3 of each.
3 of each.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, value again there is incredible. So 6 sets for £18.99. What is that, about £3 each, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's bonkers.
Yeah, and again, if you want to make and sell, you absolutely can. But, also, on the reverse, you have got hanging holes. So if you want to pop them on the wall, you can do that. But you also get, where is it? Your little stand. So it just slots in, and they will all stand up, freestanding for you if you want. And the larger ones, you can hang portrait or landscape.
Oh,
so
I love
whichever
that.
way you want to do it.
So whether you hang it, whether you set it up to kind of stand freeform, you've got the opportunity to make 3 of your 6x4, 3 of your 4x4, and then I love the fact that you can kind of interchange the pictures in there as well. When I first looked at that on the site, says Trudy, I thought they were trees. No, not a tree. It's the little thing you slot in the back to stand it up. What a beautiful card. Loving the deep purple card making kit, says Pat. These are flying 30% of the stock of the freestanding frames has already gone. And again, MDF, so you can use all of your different multimedia elements on that, whether you want to paint it, whether you want to spray it, whether you want to glitterify it, whether you want to colour it, whether you want to add your papers on there, like I say, really, really fantastic. And we're going to be looking at those in just a little while. One thing I must just tell you, bit of a bad news bear. The sewing machine, don't scream and shout, but that has now sold out. Well done if you got yours, congratulations. One of the nicest MDF kits I think we have had from the Dreamees. Next, we're going to have a look at the Hydrangea collection. There's been a lot of chit chat about this. This is another one of those card making kits. Half the stock has gone here, and that's the situation we were at with the deep purple a few moments ago. Half the stock, time the demo had finished, 70% of the stock gone. That's the way this will go as well. So you've got 48 8x8 sheets, once again, 120 GSM in your beautiful papers, and these are all of those fantastic designs. So you've got the kind of front A side, if you like, the B side, and it's all about combining those beautiful florals, those beautiful Hydrangea designs with lots of different patterns, you know, kind of like your more simple patterns, if you like, and then you've got your more kind of detailed patterns. And even I love this here with the little Hydrangea bouquets and that stunning script behind. So if you've bought the embossing folder from this show as well, you can kind of build in maybe like an emboss from that, and then layering up the papers as well. Flip it over. This shows you all of your toppers, if you like, so you're getting another 40 of those. And same with the deep purple collection, in the fact that if you just decide that you want to use all of the different images, you can, but you've got all of the sentiments there as well on the reverse of your paper. So you've got things like thank you, sending lots of love, life is what you make it. You've got happy birthday, just to say, thinking of you, you matter to me. That's a really nice one. You're one of a kind. Today is brighter because of you. Oh, all of that for $15.99 or $22.99. Mini card making kit, but maxi sort of opportunities again here, because you've got, I mean, tons and tons and tons of paper to be crafting with, and use these in conjunction with the freestanding frames, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what we're going to do in the next demo.
Yeah.
But obviously you don't have to. You can make all the different cards that you want with these, but they do just work really easily with these frames. Jimmy designed them perfectly sized for me.
Of course he
said,
did.
Can you make me something that works with this? He was like, yep, of course I can. Right, so this is a good demo if you did miss earlier on for the covering of MDF. So I'll show you first how we've covered that frame. So using obviously the papers from the Hydrangea kit. So again, I'm just going to pop glue just onto the outside of my frame. So I'm just adding a small amount on there, and then I'm just pushing that all the way to the edge. We did mention earlier, if you've got allergies, obviously don't do that with your fingers. You can use a glue spreader or something similar, cardstock even, but obviously you will know if you can't do that, or you can do that for instance for yourself. So then I'm just going to literally put my paper just over the top. So I'm trying to line it up across at least one edge, so then it's just one less edge to cut. So we're just overlaying that there. And then I just then trim around it and cut out my centre. So I'm just going to go for the outside edge first. Now, do let it dry in between because it can have a little bit of a shift sometimes while it's still wet. So you just want to make sure that it's definitely dry and it's not just going to wiggle out of place and then leave you with a bit of bare MDF showing.
Yeah.
And then for the middle, now if you want to be frugal with your papers, obviously you don't want to cut all the way through, but I find it easier to chop myself into the round corners there. And then obviously you can do what we just did and slice down the edges there. But once we've got these all met in the middle and we can push those through, I find it really easy to just take that piece behind and just tear.
Oh, okay.
And it's just going to tear along that straight edge that you've got of the frame and make it really easy then for you to just tidy it up.
Yeah.
Now, if you really wanted to, if you want to do something that's a little bit of a messy project, you could so easily leave that torn edge and not straighten it up, and it's just added a little bit of extra texture to your project.
You could also, of course, again, could you not use your edge crampler?
Yes, you could. So then just taking my nail file, and we're just going to tidy that up then.
And that is just a standard nail file, is it? Not
It
like
literally is, yeah. If I say I stole, I didn't steal. I've
Crafty confessions, here we go.
I didn't have one with me when I was on the other channel.
Oh, yeah.
So the presenter Rosie was just like, "Oh, I've got one in my bag." So yeah, it's Rosie's. This is.
So you borrowed it on a long loan then?
I said to her, "Do you want it back?" And she was like, "No, I've got plenty. It's fine." So it's been with me ever since.
You see, so that happened with me and Craig. A lot of you know what I'm going to say here. It's probably only about, I don't know, 6 months to a year after I started here, and wanted to start doing some crafting at home. And he was like, "Oh, you can borrow my MIDI," like that. He didn't say it like that. I don't know why he said it like that. So yeah, he lent me his MIDI, and yeah,
it's never gone back.
Never gone back. Yeah. Well, basically, Daisy was doing some crafting with me as well. So yeah, Daisy sort of kept it, even though I sort of kept it. And then since that time, Leanne made me my own Simplicity Without Electricity Gemini MIDI. So I now have two.
Nice.
And I've still not given him his back yet. No. He's never asked for it, to be fair.
I bet he's forgot you've even got it.
Yeah, he probably has. He's got enough craft stuff already, hasn't he, to be fair?
That's it. We've all got plenty, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing him a favour. I'm making some room for him in his
making
craft
some
room.
space so we can buy something else.
Yeah, exactly right.
Right, so that is as easy as it is to cover then your outside frame. Matches perfectly with all your different frame options, so you just do the same thing. And then in this kit then, you get your 2 L's that will layer even pre-engraved for you, so you've not even got to worry about it. So just a little dab of glue just on those.
Bottom of the screen for the freestanding frames if you want those. Oh, it's going, there you go, up on the side of the screen now. Tariff free, don't forget. Very busy. What was the stock update on those, Johnny, did you say? 20% of the stock has gone.
So then laying on those L's there, make sure they are stuck in place, and then you can attach, again, some more glue just on the top of these L's, and then we can attach our frame, so which way I've gone upright with my stripes. So then perfectly layered on there, and then whatever image you want to put in the back. So I've just got script for this one. It will slide in, and then if you don't secure it, it'll slide back out. You could switch it around to the debossed side, or whatever image you're putting in there will work fine.
You could always use that if you got like a calendar, couldn't you?
You could,
slot
yes.
in like the different months in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you made your own different panels for it, yeah, that'd be really
gift
cute.
For somebody, like if you, I don't know, photos of the, I don't know why I'm thinking of a cat, but you know what I mean. Like if you've got like your family cat, you could do like a little calendar with photos of the cat and put like the dates of the year on there.
Yeah.
You're welcome, everybody.
So
any cat lovers? I'm sure we've got a few.
So I've just used the script embossing folder again. So we ran that through, I think, in the earlier show.
Yeah, that is proving very popular. A bit more popular across the board. Just a fair warning, we are going to have a break in just a little while after Hayley's finished this demo. I would suggest you get your baskets checked out because we are pretty much across the board, 40, 50, 60% of stock gone, 70% of some we've had sellouts already. It's always busy when Dreamees are here, so take note and take advantage of the fact that the majority of the show is tariff-free.
So then I've just fussy cut out again one of those little baskets. So we're going to pop that in the middle of the frame. Now if I did it flat, that would very easily slide back out, but I'm going to foam pad it up because I've got a few frames where I've got little bits that can slide in and out, so I just thought I'd make this one quite static so it doesn't slide. But obviously you do whatever you want to do with that. You can make them interchangeable if you want, or just leave them if you prefer. And then we're just going to attach that just in the middle there.
Oh, that's great.
And again, if you did want to add a little highlight of glitter or something, that'd really look lovely. So then to embellish then, we're going to use the lacy flowers. Oh, sorry, I need to sneeze. No, it's gone. It's gone.
Oh.
I got told the trick of look at the light.
Look at the light, yeah.
Yeah. I think that was with you.
Was it?
I think
we
we
were
were
sort
on.
of good information, to be fair.
Yeah, and I think we had a fire alarm at the same time. We had a fire alarm that show. It was the only time I ever got taken off air because of a fire alarm.
What, and I was on with you? It was me and you, was it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. We got like 10 minutes in and then the fire alarm went off and it wasn't scheduled either. So everybody piled outside.
I do remember on a couple of occasions that the fire alarm went off.
Yeah. It was, because like no one warned you, obviously, because it wasn't planned.
No.
It was just like, what's that noise?
Yeah,
and everyone's like, get out!
And you're there trying to have to, finish off a show refreshingly, going, we are going to have to leave you for a few seconds because the building is on fire. Yeah.
So I've just die cut out 4 of those flowers, just from the pale pink watercolour that is in the pad. And we're just going to layer those up. So I'm just offsetting those petals every time.
Stephanie says, I was thinking of the grandkids pics. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Kids, cats, dogs, whatever you fancy, really.
Anything at all. Holiday pictures.
Yes, holiday pics. Quite
Weddings.
Nice. Yeah.
Or, do you know as well, similar to the artboards that we had on last time, if you're thinking of something to remember somebody by, it'd be a really nice, you could just do a little memorial frame.
That's really cute, actually. Yeah.
So, just layered those up, just ease my tool off there. Sometimes I get it stuck to my hot glue, so be careful if you do that. So we've got the 4 layers there, and then I've got 2 slightly smaller, and then we've gone for the tiny ones there. So I've just got 2 of those to layer together. And again, I'm just using my ball tool on the reverse, and then we're going to flip that over and layer those 2 together.
Any more questions you want to fire away in the final sort of half hour of the show? Feel free. Anything particular that you want to see? If you want us to flick through paper pads again, we're happy to do that. Or like we say, any sort of particular demos you want to see? Because I know you've got, have you still got about another 3 to show us?
I have 3 or 4, yeah.
Okay. Trudy just messaged to say, I hope these don't sell out before I'm done shopping. I'm trying to add up to get free shipping. I think you're probably all right, Trudy. If it's the frames you're going for, I think about 20% of the stock's gone. So you are probably just about all right currently, but I wouldn't wait too much longer. This is looking really pretty, Hayley. I love this.
Yeah, it's a really nice pastel fresh sort of collection, isn't it? Oh, I've got a little bit of sisal just stuck in between my flowers there. Right, so then I've got some of the moss as well. It's the first time we're bringing in the moss today.
That's on the show.
It is.
A little bit of that left.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much stock of that either. So I'm just breaking up my little bits there, and we're just going to pop them into any areas that you feel like it just needs a little bit of colour. And you do get 10 different colours in there, so even if you wanted to use the pink moss, you could do that as well. Just because I'm going for green doesn't mean that you have to at all. So then just little bits of that just to add some detail. So just balling that up and just popping it in to those little spaces. So then we'll add.
When do you tend to sort of switch between your hot glue gun and your tacky glue then?
Tacky glue I will use for like putting my backing papers on and things like that.
Yeah.
It's mostly embellishing that I'll use my hot glue for.
Right.
But to be honest, at home, I will use my wet glue as well for the sisal and stuff like that. It's purely for speed really and to make sure it sticks when I'm demoing. Because you can use your wet glue very easily for all of the things that we've been doing. But it just sometimes takes a little bit of holding to keep it in place.
Yeah.
So it's just for speed really.
Okay.
So we've popped all of those bits in, and I've just got my sentiment. So we've got today is brighter because of you. And then I've cut a rectangle of grey card that's exactly the same size, and we're just going to offset it so that it's sticking out behind itself. And then we can pop that on the opposite corner of here. So I'm going for the sentiment part to be straight.
Oh, I really like that, like offsetedness of the mat there. I don't see that very often.
Yeah, it just makes sure that you can actually see like the actual sentiment, because if I didn't put anything behind, you'd probably lose it a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, normally it's sort of lined up, isn't it? But I actually quite like that, because if you don't quite, I mean, I'm talking about me here, not you. If you don't quite cut your mat and layer to the right size, it doesn't really matter when you offset it.
No, that's it. Do you know, sometimes I cheat like that. If I've forgot to cut my layer, and then it'll just be like, I can just cut it by hand with scissors.
Exactly.
And nobody will know.
Exactly right. I'll remember that one for the future.
Yeah, tip.
Yeah.
So I'm just then going to add in some pearls. Now, in the original one, I did silver, but I think I'm going to go for the pale blue, just so we've got a bit of different colour coming through.
These pearls, again, are on the show if you want them. These are not tariff-free, though, from memory. I think there's a tariff on these if you want those pearls. US viewers, apologies for that. But as we said, it's been a great show so far, because the majority of the goodies on the show tariff-free. The one thing you've got against you now, if you are just joining us, is the fact that we are getting towards the business end of a lot of the stock on the show, because it's been a very, very busy day once again. As it always is when we get our third-party friends in. I hear on the grapevine that Mr. Keith is in on Monday. So look out. I took a week off last time he was in.
To avoid him?
Yeah.
Who got Keith that day then, did he?
Yeah, Craig kept it under control apparently.
Did he?
He did, yeah.
He'll have to have a day off more often then if Craig can keep him under control.
That's it, actually, that's a very good shout.
It's like, oh, Keith's in. No, sorry, I'm ill that day.
Yeah, exactly right. I love him and everything, but...
Of course.
Yeah, bless him.
No, you can't not love Keith.
I know.
So then, just to finish it off, I've just popped my stand in. I glue these in usually, but just so that I can pack it away a little bit later, I'm not going to glue it. But you don't have to. If you want to change it at any point, you don't have to put your glue on there either.
I mean, that's a work of art, isn't it? It's absolutely incredible using the Hydrangea Haven mini card making kit. Of course, you've got the opportunity to pick up those fantastic interchangeable freestanding frames as well. 70% of the Hydrangea Haven has gone now, and that's exactly what happened. We demoed the deep purple, half a stock had gone, then 70% by the end of the demo. Same again here, half a stock of the Hydrangea Haven had gone. Now we are 70% of that stock gone. Right across the board, we are super busy. We've got our final, what will be, I guess, about half an hour left with Hayley when we come back. So take this opportunity now to get those carts and baskets checked out. Anything else you fancy getting your hands on, anything else you fancy seeing, give us a shout and we'll show you. And don't forget, if you are spending today and you spent over 25, you're a step closer to winning yourself free shipping for a year. We're doing the draw for that start of next week. Also worth bearing in mind, if you haven't yet had a look on our website today, or indeed check your emails, we do have a prize bundle to give away today. All you have to do is simply fill in your details. I think it's name and an email address, and then what level of Club Inspire you are, and that's it, and you're in the draw. And that is on the website, as I say, so do have a bit of a look. And we will come back and meet you here for some final demos with Hayley in about 4 or 5 minutes' time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hi, it's Julesy Moseby here with my hoodie on. I just thought I'd let you know another reason why I absolutely love Crafters TV. The laughter and the giggles and the dressing up and the jokes. But the one thing for me that absolutely made me laugh so much I cried was the birthday week Vegas dressing up, where Ben was Ben Moseby, and I just couldn't stop laughing because of the wig. The wig just did it for me, and I just absolutely couldn't stop laughing every time it came on. And that's another reason why I just love Crafters TV.
My favourite part is the interaction we can have with the lovely presenters.
The laughter and the giggles and the dressing up and the jokes.
Really fun and really good, and sometimes the only laugh you will get when you're not feeling well.
There's a personal connection with the presenters and the demonstrators.
The inspiration and clear instruction is patiently presented.
I love everyone that I have come to know on Crafters TV.
Well, you got two comedians, Dan and Craig. They're not comedians really, they're brilliant.
Presenters are great. Demonstrators are great.
Number one is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects.
You are all so down to earth and genuine people, always willing to share and help.
Personal connection with everyone that's involved in Crafters TV.
For me, they have become my friend, creating a personal connection and making you feel part of a crafting family.
And get me a chuckle. It just feels like you're right there in my living room.
I love Crafters TV, not for their amazing products, but for other reasons. Firstly would be the community. Crafters TV brings everyone together from different corners of the world. It's a place where we can all share our love for Crafters Companion, ideas and get inspiration from each other. Learning inspiration comes from the demonstrators. It doesn't matter if you're experienced or new, the demonstrators will always explain and help so we can get the best from the Crafters Companion's amazing products. But most important reason is the personal connection with the presenters and the demonstrators. For me, they have become my friend, creating a personal connection and making you feel part of a crafting family. And for me, this is the most meaningful. I wouldn't be the crafter I am today without Crafters TV, so thank you.
The instruction and inspiration is mind-blowing.
The inspiration, the products to make our own and make it our own.
I get so much inspiration and tips and tricks from everyone there at Crafters Companion.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
I like to watch Crafters TV as often as I'm free, and I always get new ideas each time, and it certainly helps kickstart my mojo.
That is why I love Crafters Companion, because they make me look like a better crafter and give me ways to do things that I haven't tried before.
I wouldn't be the crafter I am today without Crafters TV, so thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for all of the lovely comments coming through. Safe to say you guys have enjoyed the shows today. Brand new product, of course, to us here on Crafters TV. Always nice to see some new stuff, isn't it? And like I say, if it's new stuff you're after, Keith is here from Paper Dynamics on Monday. We've got another half an hour with Hayley. I'm with you tonight. I do hope you'll join me at 5, because I'm going to be very lonely otherwise. It's me, on my own, Oh, I mean, I've got, you know, producer Johnny and Sam with me, but, you know, come on, help me out, guys. Help me out. Be nice to have a few more people here, you know, a few more people. Apart from that, Johnny's just going, well, do what you want then. We're going home. Now, what I mean is, you know, it's nice to have you guys there, but if it's just me and you two, you know, it's going to be a bit of a dull hour, isn't it? So if you can join me,
I'll stay and wing it if you want.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, because you're staying local, aren't you?
Yeah.
There you go. That's it. She wants to go out in the sunshine. All right. Yeah, you got the goats to go and play with.
Listen to,
Yeah. Hayley's got brilliant Airbnb just up the road, staying tonight. We chatted about it earlier on. In like a caravan on it looks like a farmyard.
Yeah, it's just someone's back garden. He's got acres at the back. It's lovely. I want to move in, but I don't think he'll have me permanently.
Just lock the doors to the caravan.
Shall I?
Yeah,
throw away the key. Sorry,
yeah.
You're not having it back.
Stay here, thanks very much. Does it amazing? What a night to be up here as well. It's going to be lovely.
I know. Yeah, I saw the weather forecast. I was like, yes, this will do.
This will do very nicely. Well, maybe you can tune in from the caravan and watch.
Yeah, of course I can.
Send me lots of nice messages.
I will do. Yeah.
Doing a great job, Ben. Looking great. Great deals, that kind of thing. Anyway, before that, we've got another half an hour. This is the Deep Purple mini card making kit. It has proved very, very popular indeed. Last look, we were at 70% of the stock gone here. So you're going to have to be thinking about jumping in and grabbing this sooner rather than later. £15.99 is your price on this. $22.99 if you're in the States. It is a platinum. It is a tariff-free product, so that price is the price you will pay. And what's lovely about this is you're going to get 48 sheets within this set. So you've got all these beautiful double-sided designer papers, 8x8, 120 GSM, and it's a really lovely colour palette. Love the fact that you've got that combo of all those beautiful florals in there. Kind of more sort of like vintage designs here. I love this one particularly because again it's got those sort of layers of interest, hasn't it, with the flowers and again that sort of old-fashioned script coming through.
Yeah, that's it. It's kind of like a mismatch sort of paper there that's already, you know, when we talk about the background snippets that we had earlier, the stamps,
yeah,
that is already pre-made for you. So if you're maybe not confident building your own backgrounds, you've already got the floral elements, the bit of script coming through, the butterflies, again really snippable as well if you did want to cut into those. But you can literally just use that paper as is, especially for scrapbooking. A couple of pictures on there, a couple of layers, and it's sorted for you. It's got enough interest already in the paper.
And again, for those of you who are new, I just think this is an ideal kit because you've got patterns to match the kind of florals. To mean, if you are like matting and layering or looking to kind of, you know, just add, like Hayley said, lots of different levels of interest. It's all been done for you, and you know whichever of these papers you match up with ever of the other papers, it's all going to work perfectly. You've then got all of your toppers in there too. So again, these are 4x4 in size. Your images and sentiments include 40 sheets of your uncoated cardstock once again here, so you've got that kind of combination of the beautiful images of all of those stunning florals, and then you've got those sentiments as well. And like you were saying, Hayley, like the good thing is that if you decide that you want to use all of the illustrations, you can, but you've got that added extra of snipping into the sentiments on the reverse.
Yeah, that's it. So they're lined up perfectly. So whichever side you want to use, you're not using all of the other side either. You can take happy birthday from one and enjoy the little things on the other, for instance, or whichever ones you pick. And then you've got so many images to work with. If you do want to decoupage them, you can, but you can easily make them look a bit more stand out with a little highlight of some glitter or something like that, and just use every image flat.
And what I would say is that I know obviously like the kind of default thing for the majority of you will be to say like, oh, I'm going to get this and obviously, you know, make card blanks and then create some beautiful cards with them. But take the opportunity. I know the sewing machine's gone, but we've got other elements on the show as far as MDF's concerned. So take the opportunity to maybe try the MDF crafting for the first time and see how, you know, the papers will work beautifully. Because as we've already discussed, Hayley, like, you know, MDF crafting is so versatile because if you want to use all of your mixed media products, you can. If you want to use paper to kind of decorate your project, again, you can, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the time I'm just using paper to cover over my MDF, and it's just adding that little bit of additional decoration to it. But if you do just want to keep it flat, just paint it, acrylic paints, chalk paints, your gilding waxes, embossing powders, pretty much anything will go on MDF. And if you're not sure, a lot of the things, especially the plaques that we've got, these, then you have got a lot of waste area. So you could then try something on the little corners, you could try it on the little areas in the middle. Make sure you take a template of these as well so you can keep creating with them.
Yeah.
But you can give it a go on the bits of waste MDF and just see if it works, see if you like the effect, things like that. And just have a good play, because most things will just go on MDF, no problem.
So take that opportunity whilst we've still got a stock of everything, but stock is dwindling. We're going to have a look at the deep purple card making kit, another little demo coming up here. Tariff free. Last chance soon to get those questions in. Anything you want to ask Hayley before she heads back to the caravan, get those questions in now and we will pop those to Hayley. What are you going to make for us?
So we're going to make another one of the freestanding frames.
Yes.
So this is the one that I haven't stuck in, so we can change that image. You could easily put, like you're saying, a picture of your cat, your dog, anything like that, something to that sort of size, or just keep using the images as they are and just flip them around, whichever way you want to pop them in. Or you could just leave it blank, and then when you do get a picture you want to put in, you can do that, leave it on your wall, whatever.
Yeah.
So then we're using the fancy florals again, a little bit of the moss, and then that gorgeous card making kit to create this frame.
Excellent, there we go.
So I've already pre-covered then the frame, same way that we did last time. So I've just covered over with glue, cut into it and just filed it back. And then this I've already popped my L's on, so you can see we've got those stuck on perfectly already. And you can see this image fits perfectly in that gap. So whichever side you want to pop in, you can then slip it in afterwards and it'll work, no problem. So we're just going to stick this together then with a little bit of the glue again.
Mm-hmm.
So just on the top of your L's, and then just placing that on the top, line it up, and then hold it in place for a little while just for that to grab. Now I do love these just for how simple they are. You don't have to do too much to them.
Yeah.
They look really pretty and finished very easily. So I think I'm going to go for the basket in this one.
Okay.
So I'm just going to slot my basket in there. In fact, wait a sec. I forgot an element.
Oh, what did you forget?
I wanted to add a little bit of a decoration. So on the actual frame here, I've just got a couple of little flags. So I just wanted to, because when I'd constructed it, I actually stuck this together and then changed my mind and wanted to put the flags in, because I just felt like it was a little bit plain over here. So I just wanted to add a little bit of detail before I stuck it together. And I thought, oh, I don't need to remind myself, I'll remember. Did I remember? No.
No.
So I've just got some little scraps. So again, this is perfect if you've chopped into your papers and you've just got your little scraps left over just to make into little flags, little embellishments, especially if you've got little butterfly dies or something like that. They will work perfectly once you've used the bulk of your papers. So we've just got them two little flags there, and then I'm just going to flip that over and then just glue them to the bottom here. So I'm going to stick one about there, and then the next one just below, line that up perfectly. And then there we go, we've got that. Just then, as we pop it in, we've just got a little bit of added detail just at the bottom there. So we can stick this again. Don't let it set if you're going to forget something like that, because then you'll struggle to get it apart.
The good thing though with the tacky glue is you do get a bit of time, obviously.
You do,
if you need to pull it apart.
So pop that back together there, and no harm done. You can take things apart very easily. And then we're going to slot that picture in again. So that's just going to go behind. And then we've got a nice little added bit of colour just in the bottom corner there. Or if you want to change and maybe go for the other image, maybe that one will, yeah, you've got a bit less colour in the bottom there so you can see the flags a bit more. So we'll stick with that one.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to create some more flowers then for the opposite corner. So again, using those fancy florals, and I've cut them out of that gorgeous, really floral paper. So we're just gonna, I think we frilled them quite a bit, so I'll just use my, in fact, we'll twist them. So I've just got some tweezers, and I'm just gonna take them down the middle and then just twist those petals, just to add a little bit of a different effect to them. And we've got 3 of these that we're gonna layer up. So any different techniques you've seen over the years on Crafters TV, you could do a lot of those techniques, I'm sure, with these flowers. It's just having a little bit of a play, see all the different ways that you can create your flowers.
Yeah.
And then just grab my ball tool, just press in the middle there, and then we're just going to layer those 3 up. So I'm just kind of offsetting them, but keeping them a little bit tighter so that then as we've got the 3, they all fit into a little gap between each other. So we've not got a full overlay of the petals, just fills it out nicely. And then I've got some that I've already frilled in the same way that we did earlier in the darker purple. You can see all those colours have come from the floral paper there, so they all match really well.
Catherine, I've seen your message about the frame dies, which I'll show you again after this demo, if you're thinking about ordering those. I think it's the frame dies that we had last time.
Yeah, I have got a demo with that if you wanted it next, but let Johnny decide.
Let Johnny decide. We're not in the position to make those decisions. Johnny just said if the viewers want it, we have to do it. So
dear, don't tell them that.
Oh yeah, can you imagine?
Whatever they want, we've got to do.
Within reason.
Don't get us taken off air.
Yeah, can you imagine? Both mini packs ordered, says Julie. Bought the MDF frames and a die, all ordered. And Karen says, it's great that CC is bringing in different crafts. It is, and I feel like you guys are, obviously, we've got lots of people watching. There's not as many questions coming through as I thought, but I feel like you must be mesmerised by all of the crafting, enjoying all of these demos, because it's something a little bit different, Hayley, than what we sort of see day to day here, because aside from you guys, don't really see much MDF crafting.
No, I was saying this to Jimmy, I think you've maybe had a handful of little wooden products of your own, haven't you? So it is nice, that we're able to bring it and that we've been welcomed to bring it. Like, it's a great opportunity for us as a business. Like, we're only little.
Aww.
But I am both in size, but also the business.
Mini but mighty, Hayley. That's the thing. Mini but mighty.
So I've just been adding a little bit of moss in, and under it here, I've not really, if I slide that out, you'll be able to see, I've not got any greenery, and I've got nothing to stick it to. If I stick it then onto my image, it won't slide out. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on the moss itself and stick it on the underside of the flowers, just so that then we've still got a little bit of greenery coming through, but it's not going to hinder.
It's like, from the earlier shows that we did together, going back, whatever it is, 8-9 years, there was a lot more sort of MDF product, and I feel like your range has expanded over the years, hasn't it, into like other areas as well?
Oh yeah, I mean, we started doing MDF in 2012, I think it was.
Yeah.
Not long after we were on shopping telly for the first time, and that is when our business really boomed. It was like everybody wanted MDF at the time, and I think there's a lot more MDF brands around now, but it's still one of the things that we do the most of, and obviously the papers and things, and anything we can make in the UK is even better for everybody, plus the UK itself. Right, so we've popped that moss on there, so hopefully you can see then that's just framed that and filled it out a little bit. So then we're going to pop some glue in the centre of these flowers. I'm going to add a little pearl to each of them little flags as well. And then I've just got a sentiment for in my top corner. So I think we'll go for the white ones again. So again, these compact pearls. I think there are another couple of boxes of pearls on the web as well, if you missed them on our first couple of shows. So we've been bringing a good variety for a while now, a good few months.
That's it. Did we say the black and the white pickup tools are available? Are the pink and the blue's gone? Hayley, I've purchased a few items, says Amanda. Last time you were on, but I'm tempted to buy some of your frames this time. They are fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, there's quite a few pearls we've got on the show. White and black, we've got multicolours on there. I think we've got the metallics available for you as well. Gretchen says, I love the tips about covering the frame with paper. And Trudy says, adding flowers always gets me mesmerised. I think, like adding paper on the frames is brilliant because you're probably, again, default setting is to paint or get your pens out and colour.
Yeah.
But you show how easy it is actually just with papers and a craft knife to add papers to decorate the frames with.
Yeah, that's it. A lot of the time it is just paper that I'm covering it with, obviously because we do sell the papers as well. But I think it's so nice to just be able to use whatever is to hand and quite affordable for you to put on, such as the papers, and it just creates such stunning projects. So then we've just popped on thanks a bunch there in the sentiment. That looks a little bit wonky to me. I'll straighten it up. But then if you did want to change that image, like we said before, you can so easily do that if you want to.
That is brilliant. if you can get those MDF kits into your basket as well, I would absolutely do that. The freestanding frames, 4x4 and the 6x4, you get 3 of each, so 6 different frames that you've got available there for you. And of course the Deep Purple mini card making kit as well, £15.99 or £22.99. Over 70% of the stock of that has gone right across the board. We are super busy. I know we just wanted to show you again the triple pads that we've got here as well. Bundle here is incredible. You've got 3 different paper pads. And lots of beautiful colours, lots of beautiful designs. So within the triple paper pad collection, only available here on Crafters TV. I love an exclusive me. You've got the nostalgia. So there are 48 sheets in here, designer papers, 120 GSM, and of course you've got the opportunity to ink onto these, stamp onto these, stencil onto these, because they are all uncoated for you. This nostalgia is beautiful. Some like really kind of like stripped back vintage designs there with the gorgeous like script font. But what's lovely again is you've got damask in here, you've got like vintage florals, and brilliant ways to be able to layer up all of these papers using, you know, patterns that will work beautifully with the florals, that will match beautifully with these butterflies. Love that kind of like Hessian detailing that you've got there too. So 48 sheets in your nostalgia. That's a really, really lovely colour palette. By the way, if you're looking and thinking, well, there's no way there's 48 sheets there, I'm just showing you all the different designs. You'll get the full packs, obviously. This is the Emerald Dream. A lot of people fell in love with this particular collection earlier on this morning when we saw this on that MDF sewing machine. But again, some really beautiful designs. That mixture of those sort of smaller florals, those larger floral papers, you know, patterns in here. We've got stripes, we've got spots and dots. Again, that more sort of faded, like vintage effect on the florals as well. A really, really gorgeous pad right there. 48 sheets in that pad. And then you've got your Tranquil Turquoise too. Once again, 48 sheets in this particular pad. A little bit brighter, the colours that you're getting here, but you've got your ginghams, again, beautiful bouquets. You've got, you know, more sort of stripped back colours within this. Sort of watercolour designs in here, more stripes. So all of your mats and layers, all of your different kind of colours across the 3 sets for all sorts of different occasions right throughout the year. Love that one as well with the florals and that script running through. So again, if you're combining that, say with your embossing folders that we've got on the show as well, you've got kind of like multiple crossover between the papers and then other items on the show as well. That triple paper pad, well, essentially is 144 sheets of paper for £26.99. That is huge value for money. I can't stress that enough. That normal price of $38.97 is great, but you're saving an extra £12 by shopping with us today. US $56.97. You're down to $38.99 with us today. $18 you're saving there, and it is tariff free, don't forget as well. Those freestanding frames, again, these are basically the building blocks for you to be able to create those frames. So you get 3 of your 4x4. Those are you going to, of course, like slot onto the actual frame itself to allow you to slot the papers in, you know, whether it be the papers that we've got in those card making kits or whether it's going to be like the photos that you guys have talked about that you're going to be using. And then you've also got your 6x4 design as well, once again with all the elements there that you need, whether or not you're going to be using this as a sort of stand-up freestanding frame on your desktop, or you want to actually hang these on the wall. It's entirely up to you. Everything has been thought of, and you're going to get 3 of these frames and 3 of the 4x4 frames as well. So plenty of opportunity for you. And once again, you know, if you're thinking about buying these to sell $18.99 for 6, I mean, potentially how much are you selling these for? Even if you were to be quite conservative and sell these for, I don't know, a £5. You're going to make £12 back straight away. I mean, you're not going to sell them for a £5, you're going to sell them for a lot more. But make to sell absolutely with the Dreamees products, no problem at all. Next, the layering label. Yes, so Kathleen and a few others have been asking about this. This is not tariff free. It is limited stock because it was here last time we were on, and again people have shopped for this today as well. Actually, one of the most asked about items on the show, funnily enough. It's £12.99, $17.99. Obviously tariffs will apply here. You've got those beautiful decorative frames in 4 different sizes, and then that detailed frame for you as well. $12.99, $17.99, £2 and $2 saving on that from the usual price. And we're going to have a look at this in the final demo with Hayley.
Right, so we're going to make this card then. So I've used that frame to just create a nice thin little label shaped frame. Now a lot of the time you can just use it as just a plaque, maybe to make your topper on, for instance. Like I've got one that we're going to just use plain white, you know, if you stamped an image, maybe coloured on it or something.
Yeah.
But I do really like to put the two together, or two different sizes together, so you could make a thick frame if you want. But this is literally the largest and the next one down, so we've just got a nice little slither to frame that image there. So first off then, we'll run that one through. Now I'm hoping I've got my sandwich right. So I've just got the outer one and then the next one down, as you can see, and I've just taped it in place. So I'm just going to run that through. Pop that one underneath.
Yeah, it is, that's right.
Is it? Good.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need to press pause. Forget that it just goes. I saw you not got many left of these, had you, for the UK?
They sold out yesterday.
Did it?
We found like a random 20 of them in the warehouse, apparently.
Nice.
And obviously everyone snapped them up as soon as we got them.
I did debate, do I need another die cutting machine?
Yeah, yeah.
Especially after using it, it's so good.
It's such a brilliant machine.
It is.
Yeah.
So there we go, we've got our frame then that we've just cut out of there. So I've got one already pre-done, and this is what our topper's going to go on. So I'm just going to stamp some of my background snippets on here. So I'm just taking my grey ink pad, and again, I just want to make sure that it's not too dark. So we'll just stamp on the reverse of this. And then we're just going to add some detail just by multi-stamping this.
Yeah.
So I'm just going for my second and third generation stamp with this, just to fill that. So even though it's a smaller stamp, you can still very easily fill a larger shape.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it, like you can keep adding in as much as you want, you can mix the patterns together. The script is definitely my favourite one to use. So then on the panel here then, we're going to then add our fussy cut out hydrangeas. So I've just chopped around it and left myself a little border, and we're just using one foam pad, just because I've given it a bit of shape here, just to pop onto the side. And then I'm going to glue this flat, because then we're going to add our frame over the top. So you want it to be flat under the frame itself. That's not straight. Now it's straight. The amount of wonky cards I end up making. So then just...
I think wonky is, I don't know, it just adds character,
on
doesn't
trend.
It? Is what?
It's on trend, wonky.
Yeah, on trend. I feel whenever I've like tried to make cards in the past, mine always end up being like a little bit wonky or a little bit like clunky. But I always say, you know, it adds...
it's made with love.
Made with love, adds character.
Right, so for ease then, I'm just using the dotty tape pen, because this is such a fine edge, and it just means that I've not got to get glue everywhere, but it's still going to stick. It's perfect for it. So we're just taking that dotty area there, and then I'm just going to lay this over the top. So we're just going to line that up as best we can at the bottom, and then get it into the right position at the top as well. Then we've got that really nice framed image, and I've just got a tiny little bit of my topper still showing, and that's perfect. There we go. So then on the card blank then itself, I wanted to use the music embossing folder. So I've just picked that up with a little bit of grey around the edge. Now you'll be able to see that the card is actually taller than 6x6. So it is 7 inches tall. So my embossing folder is not going to fit all of the card itself. So I've embossed it twice on white card and trimmed it down. So we're going to have a panel at the bottom and a panel at the top, and then I'm going to put some lace across the middle so we can easily stretch that design. So taking the lower part to the bottom of the card there, and I've picked up the edges just with the grey ink, just so that we've got a little bit of a border going on there. And then make sure we've got it the right way up. Yeah, there we go. Just popping that on there. Then I've just got a little bit of lace that I'm just going to attach across the centre. So I would use double-sided tape at home, but just because I've not got any right to hand, I'll just use my hot glue and attach that there. And then I'm just going to trim it just to a little bit of an angle, overhanging the edge of the card on either side. So then we can pop on a few of the layers. So I've just grabbed some more papers from the pad, and I'm just going to grab my tool again, Craig's favourite.
Edge crampler.
Oh, I feel like I've not seen Craig for ages. I think he was in last time I was in, actually. It's just too long. I like being around Craig.
I can't remember. They seem to. They come and go. The experts. I never know. Like they're
you just turn up and whoever's in.
Up and down. Yeah, exactly. I just turn up and work with whoever's here. To be honest with you. What always makes me laugh about our guys is that obviously I see them. Worst case scenario every third week, but I always forget that they never see each other. Of course.
Oh yeah.
They never work together unless I'm off on holiday. They never see each other.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a weird one, but yeah.
They probably all love it, really. They don't have to see each other. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. They love each other, I'm sure.
We do love each other. Really. I'm surprised he didn't pop in today. It's his day off. He's only at home.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's only at home. He's probably like prepping for the rest of the week and stuff. Well, actually, I said the rest of the week. He's in tomorrow, and then that's him. He's off then for like 2 weeks.
Oh, lovely.
He's got his 40th birthday.
Craig's
party.
not 40.
Yeah, he is.
Doesn't look it, does he?
He's when's his birthday? 21st, isn't it? He's going to New York.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, don't blame him.
No
way is he 40.
I know. But the Peter Pan of craft, isn't he? What does that make me? Wendy. Captain Hook, as you said. The crocodile. Yeah, he's off to New York, bless him, to celebrate in style. And he's not mentioned it at all,
Not
Hayley.
once.
No. He only brought it up yesterday for the first time. We've not heard about it, have we, everyone at home?
Right, so we've added our topper on there, and then we're just going to make some flowers then. So I've got the lacy flowers for my largest one, and I'm just going to crease downwards with these. So I'm just going to lay all three together, and then we're just going to pinch and crease down, just to add that little bit of dimension to them. Pop them back the opposite way, and then we can layer these three together. So even though we've got the lacy flowers with the outline flowers, they do all work really well with the fancy florals as well. So we're going to tie those in together. So just popping that on there, and then I'm just going to press in the middle just to give that some depth. So then we've got that gorgeous flower there. You can see from the side just how much dimension you've got with that. And then for the next ones, we're going to use the frilly sort of flower that is in the fancy florals. And we're just going to do absolute favourite technique. Perfect one for with this is just frilling it again. So we've got 3 of those to go together. So these are in a different print from that pad. And I think what I love the most about the hydrangeas is because there's 3 different colour palettes in there, the pink, the purple and the blue, you've got so much scope with the colours individually, but then you can mix them and they're so pretty together and really pastel-y that they do just work very easily. So then we've got our 2 frilly flowers, and then for the last flower I've just got another one from the fancy florals. We're just going to use my ball tool on the back of these.
Hayley, I'd love to see those papers in more shades of blue, says Trudy. So I think what other colours have we had mentioned in this show? Blues, and did we have yellow earlier on?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely do any sort of colour palettes that you want.
What about different MDF kits, guys? Come on, this is your opportunity. I thought we would have had like requests for different.
Keep Jimmy busy.
Yeah, keep Jimmy busy. Try and come up with have you done like a race car before or anything like that?
No, but we're both obsessed with racing, so I'd love to.
I know you've done wheelbarrows, haven't you? And
oh yeah, we've done wheelbarrows. Yeah, obviously watering cans, did the honey pot and things like that. Yeah, I think race cars would be a good one next.
That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, I expect that next time you come up. July, race cars.
If he's watching, then I'm sure he'll very easily be happy to do that for you. But if not, then I'll make sure I tell him.
Either that or take inspiration for the fact that you're on a farm and do a tractor.
Oh, yes, a 3D tractor.
3D tractor would be good.
Yes. Right, so I've just added all my flowers around there, and then we're just going to pop in some of the kind of like the skeleton leaves, I would call them, from the leaves and bows part of the decorative florals. So I'm just breaking these apart, taking that large one away from the little ones. And then these are going to pop in that arrangement as well. And then just before we get all those in, because we can stop with them at any point if we need to, I'm just going to trim around here, and we're making a flag with our sentiment that says happy birthday. Just going to pop that at the bottom, and then if we run out of time, we're all right. We've got most of the stuff done.
Yeah.
So then we've just got our leaves then that we're going to pop in, and then some pearls if we get there. So just popping in wherever you think it just needs a bit of filler. And I do love these ones just because they're so open and decorative.
They're great. They just have little tuck-ins, aren't they? Little fillery bits.
Yeah, that's it. And even though they're only a small die anyway, you can make them even smaller like this, and they'll just go that much further.
Pat just said, of course, if you do the tractor, you'll need a pickup truck. Jimmy's going to be busy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll know when I'm back tomorrow, and then we can get working towards the next show.
Exactly.
Oh, it might be Christmas next though as well.
Oh, that's a shout actually, yeah, because if it's next month, it will be, won't it?
Yes.
What can we have Christmas-wise? Father Christmas and a sleigh.
Oh, I've definitely got sleighs to bring for you.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Johnny says a chimney.
Oh.
Yeah, full, like, the Home Alone house in NDF.
Oh, a chimney would be cool though.
With a Father Christmas that you can, like, pull up and down the chimney.
Yes. I'm going to get him to watch this show back if he's not seen the end of it, if he's on his way to get me, and then he'll have loads of ideas.
What about the Coca-Cola truck? Holidays are coming, holidays are coming. Oh, yeah,
unbranded.
Coca-Cola, yeah.
Right, so then just for my last little bit, just going to add some pearls just down here. Oh, yeah. So I'm just so that we don't run out of time, I'll just add those three onto here. So I've got pink, blue and purple in my pastel pearl box, and they work perfectly with this colour palette. So I'm just going to add the three down here, blue, purple and pink. And then I would put some more in the middle of the flowers, but you've seen me do that plenty, so we'll leave that for a little bit. And then there we go.
That is such a brilliant way to bring the show to a close. I think, has that been 6 demos today, 7 demos today? I think it's been incredible. Layering label die set is $12.99, $17.99. It is not tariff free, but for those of you who are in the UK want to pick it up, very, very limited stock on that one. Everything's there on the shop today for you if you want to pick up any items. As I said, the majority of the show you guys have seen is tariff free. Hayley, thank you so much. Always a pleasure when you come up and join us, and hopefully we'll see you again in the not too distant future.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be back next month. I don't know when, but I'll keep you updated.
And I expect lots of social media from your caravan with pictures of farmyard animals, please.
Yes, and lots of videos of Dexter woofing at goats.
Yeah, it's the first time Hayley's dog has seen a goat, and apparently he was a little bit amazed.
Yeah, for a massive dog that woofs really deeply, he was yapping.
Oh, was he? Just excited.
Yeah, it was insane.
He's like, that's the strangest looking dog I've ever seen, and it's going.
What's that noise?
Yeah. No, it's always been lots of fun. Always lots of fun when Hayley's here. So yes, keep checking out those carts and baskets. I am back with you in an hour, just over an hour, on my own, so please make sure you come back, because otherwise I shall be very, very lonely. It is a 60-minute deal show, so you know the drill. Tune in onto the website about 5 or 10 minutes before. You'll see all the deals go live, and then you'll have the hour with me to shop those deals, and then they'll be gone 10 minutes after. So for goodness sake, come along, watch that show. There will be a heck of a load of great deals for you. Until then, thank you to Hayley, thank you to you. Bye for now.